Record. Hey everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interlude Podcast. Shane, hello.
Hey Mark, how you been?
Big announcement. We've got the some shows coming up, right? Or at least a show.
Hell yeah, dog. Big show coming up at the Old Farm Cafe. That's right. We're coming to you, West Side? West Side?
I don't know, what's the Old Farm Cafe? I've never been there.
Do you know where the Comics Cafe used to be?
Yeah, in Henrietta.
They took that
Henrietta
over.
Brighton. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Sweet.
Um, it's a cool space. If you have never checked out picture of this place, go check it out. It's like a rainforest cafe had sex with a Bugaboo Creek. Is the only best way to describe it.
Don't use your A material on the podcast. Save it for the show. Save it for the live show, okay?
Crap. But it's fantastic. They usually do a lot of children's shows there,
Nice.
so this is going to be a little bit different than that. But this lineup stacks some of our favorite comics in town: Rachel Days, Rico, and new roast battle champion Connor McCann. Going to be gracing the stage, doing good old fashioned stand up. I'll be hosting it. It's Friday, June 27th, 8:30. Tickets are live now, interludeblog.com.
Yeah, I mean, will people come to a show if we're not roasting something, Shane?
I don't know. I'm honestly nervous. Yeah, I don't have like a gimmick with this one. It's just, hey, come watch stand up at a cool place and drink things.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that'll be fun. Let's see. What do we the softball team is 0 and 2. The softball team's 0 and 2.
All right.
I've
So,
played zero
quick
games.
softball update for
Yeah.
everybody.
Shane and
This
I
is
are on
what
a
you want.
softball team together, sort of.
They're like, hold on, hold on. What happened to golf chat? We've moved on.
Yeah.
This is softball chat now.
Yeah.
Mark swindled me into playing into this adult league softball in Chile because he's like, yeah, we're either gonna play in East Rochester, which is very close to my house, or a half hour away from you, Shane. And I was like, well, I'd prefer East Rochester. And then he's said, no, Chile. Anyways, we're 2 games deep into this bad boy. Mark has not played at all yet.
Yeah.
Is this a bit?
This is
Did you set up a like we were? I was wondering this. Have you set up a team for every day of the week and you just don't go to play in
and
different towns? Like, is there a team in Penfield that's upset that Mark Myra, their team leader, has not showed up?
no, it's I didn't realize that I guess every chorus concert and orchestra concert and band concert is on a Monday.
Mm.
So that's when we play. So there, I just had to. I can't like. I look. I'm not the best dad, Shane. Okay. I when my son was young, I popped his elbow out of its socket, and then he also burnt his hand on a fireplace. And did CPS have to come talk to me about it? Yeah, they sure did. That's for real. So I'm not the best dad, but it makes me feel it would make me feel really bad if my kids were working all year playing instruments and singing, and then I was just like, nah, I'm not going to show up. Dad's got softball to lose.
Did you not play in concerts when you were a child?
I did.
Did you care?
No, but
I didn't
he,
even want to be there.
I think I would care if my dad wasn't there.
Have you seen the movie Hook? It works out.
Yeah. Um,
Well, since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time, but also, yeah, we've been just getting absolutely annihilated. Annihilated.
so think
Is
of
this
the
a competitive league?
So I put this together and I was like talking to my brother Shav, and I was like,
Mm.
"Hey, we got this team. I'm gonna do the lowest league. The lowest. The easiest league." And he's like, "Nah, you're gonna want to go one up."
No, he did not.
And I was like, "All right, we'll go one up." And he suggested going one up. So then
No, he did not.
we went one up. So we're in the middle league.
No,
But he Shane,
no.
here's the thing.
Can we move?
Here's the thing. Imagine right now the five worst players on the team are not going to be there moving forward, and they're going to be replaced with okay players. Does that help, or are we getting annihilated that
Mark,
bad?
we don't have. anybody good on the team currently. When you say the five worst players, I can't even picture who you're talking about.
Okay.
We're playing teams that don't have a weak player. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I've been showing up thinking this is the lowest possible league we could be in, and I'm like, wow, we are really bad. This is
He,
okay,
I
great.
wanted to go in the lowest
Why did
level.
we not? Why did you
I
listen to him?
tried. I tried. I was like, okay. I trusted him. I haven't played in like 6 or 7 years. I
I don't want to
trusted
blow up
him.
his spot. I don't know if we're allowed to give his location out, but we have Dalton Castle, professional wrestler, on our team,
Yeah.
and he pulled his groin like the first inning. And Mark has assembled what is the opposite of the Avengers. It is a horrendous pile of people that I not only have I don't think they've ever played baseball before. I don't think they've caught things.
But how's Shav doing? That's all I care about.
Well, we're completely misusing him. He's playing pitcher. Like he played at MCC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we're making him pitch. Like
Well,
he should be anywhere else.
I'll pitch. I'll pitch moving forward.
I'm on suicide watch, just so you know.
Somebody told me that so you were playing second. It was my brother told me this. You were playing second. My brother-in-law, who's never played baseball before ever, was playing shortstop, which I was like, "Are you guys put him at shortstop?" And they told me that he would cover second, and you kept on lightly, gently throwing the ball at him. And after a while, my brother said that you just kept on going, Jesus Christ, like underneath your breath, like.
Well, I don't think it was underneath my breath. I was making it pretty clear. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, no, I'm not throwing a ball to that man ever again. Bless his heart. I mean, is he one of the bottom five that you're talking about? I don't want to
uh,
upset him because he does look like he has dismembered a person before. He looks like knows how to bleed someone out. If can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
this can't be me a podcast of us roasting my brother-in-law.
Oh, I guess so.
I cannot. We could fill a whole podcast.
Dear Lord.
All right. Well, we'll see next game. We got a doubleheader coming up. You know who will be back? Me, Shane. I'll be there.
Oh, that's good. Finally, after his IR stent, he's coming back. That's gonna change the whole dynamic.
We got Jeremy coming. We got Mac coming. We got another Alex coming. Shane, these are all names.
I can't even talk shit because like I didn't even tell anybody, but I went out to warm up. I was throwing the ball with one of your brothers. My first throw, I threw my shoulder out. And I just didn't say anything because I was like, we're already down a guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, they're like, all right, where do you want to play? And I was like, maybe like first base for me. But then somebody else is like, nah, first base for me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah,
Okay. All right.
you're
All right.
probably right. I can't lift my arm, but yeah, no, I think you're probably
This
right.
was a mistake. All right. Let's get some news stories, Shane.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's more local than local softball chat, though? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the real news.
People love it. All right. Want me to start off with a story here?
Go ahead.
One of my absolute favorite stories of the week, Shane, that there was essentially was it like a Bluebird bus? One of these buses that go from Rochester to New York City that are just filled with elderly people.
Okay.
And I think people that are in the sex trade, these are definitely like, this is like human labor being transported from Rochester to New York City on
Like
these,
a megabus
yeah,
situation?
yeah, like $1 bus from Rochester to New York City, right?
Sure.
Driving around, trying to, I think they were trying to get like onto 390 and then get onto I-90. And the bus hit a guardrail,
Dear
ended
Lord.
up getting damaged, and the driver abandoned the bus in the Golden Corral parking lot, Shane.
Hmm.
The passengers were left there for 3 hours. Oh, this was going from Buffalo to New York City. So they're going from Buffalo to New York City. They're in the Golden Corral parking lot after that. The guy hit like a guardrail and he
Hmm.
pulled off into Jefferson and then onto Golden Corral, and just abandoned them. My guy abandoned ship, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, but what really isn't the Golden Corral as close as you're going to get to New York City in Rochester?
Yeah.
You know, that's basically a taste of New York. You know, you get a piece of pizza, it smells like piss in there, you get sick, you're probably going to get stabbed. That feels
There's
like it.
languages, new languages you've never heard
Yeah.
before being spoken, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, what is this? What is this? This language has never hit my ear before, you know?
You're eating with a bunch of people that have taken various drugs
Yeah.
that were recently on a bus. That is New York City.
There's the smell of shit, but being masked with Lysol
Yeah.
or just
All you
like an
need is
air
somebody to
freshener.
masturbate, and
Yeah.
that is New York City.
I just all the have you ever taken a bus outside of a school bus?
I mean, I've taken like school trips. That's probably yeah, but I've never
Okay,
taken like a whatever
I've taken like a bus.
Greyhound.
Yeah, I've taken a bus from here to New York City, from New York City to Philly. And Shane, there is literally I can't think of a worse way to travel. I'd rather be traveling standing on the mast of a Mexican ship, okay, floating underneath the Brooklyn Bridge than ever go on a bus again. It's strictly urine soaked seats. Strictly urine. So every seat has urine in it. It could be a brand new bus. How they christen it is people piss on the seats.
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best way. Anything that is that cheap. I mean, it's one of those things where you get what you pay for, and when you hit that amount
Hmm.
of money, it's piss is what you get.
The when I took a bus I had to basically get to Philly. So I went from New York City and then from New York City to Philly, like starting in Rochester. It was so cheap that I was poor at the time. Like I was a college student. It was so cheap that I bought the ticket, my bus ticket, and I had it at my apartment. And then I went to the bus terminal, got dropped off by a friend so I could go to Philly, right?
Hmm.
I forgot my ticket at home, and it was so cheap that I was just like, I'll just buy another one. And I just bought a second ticket. I just had two seats.
Yeah, forms of travel shouldn't be as cheap as seeing a movie. You know, that
Yeah,
doesn't.
you're like, I guess I could eat the cost, you know? I guess I could eat
Yeah,
that cost of losing the ticket.
that's not great.
But I love this guy that it reminds me of what wasn't there like an Italian cruise ship that the guy was like off the coast of Italy and he wanted to like show off. The captain wanted to show off, so he got really close to the coast so he could wave at some family members and he ended up crashing the ship, the cruise
Hmm.
ship, and then he ended up abandoning the boat. I don't know. Can you go to jail for abandoning a bus?
This isn't like the Titanic. It's a bus.
You got to go down with the ship, bud.
The goal is to get off the bus as soon as possible. That's for everybody, driver, passengers, everybody. The wheels, most of the parts of the bus want to be off the bus. I mean, I'm honestly excited just to hear the Golden Corral still in business. That's
Yeah,
just, and it's nice. You gotta be pumped to be the Golden Corral people that all of a sudden you see a big bus show up of sad, angry people. You're like,
yeah. Oh boy.
okay, fire up the good pudding today, guys.
Yeah. Start microwaving the Alaskan crab legs, okay?
Hey, 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 fire up that iceberg lettuce.
Yeah.
Get it hot.
Get toast up the pizza with eyelashes on it.
Hey, did you cough in these rolls yet? Cough in the fucking rolls, okay? God damn it, Jeff.
Golden Corral is amazing because they've somehow made ice cream taste bad. Just like how do you? I don't know what you do. Do they
Yeah,
make ice cream with water?
yeah. The only time you'll ever see a kid like turn down seconds of ice cream. Just like, you know what? I'm good.
Can we go for a second? I mentioned it, but did you watch the 17 angles of this Mexican boat hitting the Brooklyn Bridge? Do you know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
well, I didn't watch 17 Angles. I saw one of them. Yeah. Like a sailboat, they lost power or
Yeah,
something, or
it's
like
like part of the
lost.
Mexican Navy.
Yeah. It was on a peace-seeking mission.
I don't know. I don't know why they sent a pirate ship.
Dude, they
Why did
literally
it
are.
have sails?
They're literally somebody died, right?
Two people died.
I, insane.
Shane. So first off, you're telling me the engine lost power. What I'm looking at is a sailboat. It's a
Yeah.
ship with sails. I didn't even know they had engines. I thought you just let the gust of wind guide you like you're Magellan or something.
Well, when you're out in the open water, when you're at, when you're at harbor, you got to get that trolling motor going, get that sucker in
Oh my
there.
God. Don't sass me with your boat talk over here, Webster boy.
It's it's wild that that happens. It's crazy that ships hit each other too, like out in the water. It just makes zero sense to me. Uh, but yeah, they must have lost all navigation and everything. But I don't understand how there isn't a contingency plan for that. That like a tugboat doesn't come out like especially when we're this close to whatever happened in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, they took down an entire bridge.
Yeah.
The I don't so I looked at all the angles. When I saw it at first, I was like, wow, that's a crazy crash. The it's a huge like ornate sailboat, like or ship with sails. Not a sailboat, it's massive, right? It looks like something that Christopher Columbus would use. It's either the
Yeah.
Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. It's one of them, right? And it crashes and the masts start cracking down. And then Shane, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And two people died. Wow, a bunch of stuff must have fallen on them. And then when I got the angle that zoomed in on the mast, I mean, you know what was on the mast, right?
Mm-mm.
Shane. Oh my God. All right, might be worth showing you, Shane. Okay. Um, let's see if I can. I'm gonna pull up an image for you, okay?
Okay.
So you can see. Oh, fuck. This might be tougher than I thought. All right, I'll just tell you. Shane, you
Okay.
saw those masts, right?
Yeah.
On them, the Mexican sailors are standing on them.
No.
Shane, they when they leave harbor or whatever, there's like 40 of them standing on the masts like they're birds on a telephone wire. So when that
Why?
ship hit the bridge and cracked down, they were attached to the mast
What?
and dangling. You see bodies falling off the crow's nest
How
into the
did I didn't
water.
even how did I miss that?
It's like a thing they do. It's like their thing is that they stand on the mast of ships.
That's standard procedure for them.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's dumb.
Like
That's
look it
really
up.
dumb.
Look this crap up. If you could see videos where they're dangling like I mean they're tethered, but okay, you're tethered. Some of those tethers broke and dudes like fell.
Well, how do you not have a good gauge if this is about to hit the bridge? I need to get
I need to
down.
slide down real quick.
I mean, not to disparage the dead, but I mean, one of the first things you learn when you're a Boy Scout here is a little ditty about the Erie Canal and how low bridge everybody down when you're
Yes.
coming to a town because you always know your neighbor, you always know your pal. If you're ever navigating on the Erie Canal, I guess it's different in the Brooklyn
It,
Canal. Is it
or
the
in
Brooklyn Canal?
Mexico. Um
That's
it-
bonkers, man. But yeah, it's I don't it's not like air traffic controlling, right? Where there's contact between ships. I thought that in a major port or major harbor like that, there must be. But like, you know what I mean? Like if we're just driving a recreational boat out there, you can just cruise around Lake Ontario and just cruise into like, uh wherever you want to go. And
to Irondequoit Bay and
you don't have to like call in on a
yeah.
radio to like, hey, Fairhaven State Park, about to come and take a shit over there real quick. Hey,
Right.
I got 16 of the drunkest people you've ever seen. Can you mind if we all come and throw up on your dock over and out? Like, it's none of that. But I would imagine, I thought, well, like in New York, there would be like, hey, breaker, Mexican ship with all the lights on it and people dangling on it.
Yeah.
You guys good or no response. Okay, let's send a boat over to check on them or at least a jet ski.
when I saw the video where the dudes were standing on the masts, like my mind was blown. I didn't even know people did that. I didn't even know there's a reason for doing that.
I,
Anyways, all right, Shane. Got another story?
nothing that can top people dying. But
Nice.
hey, Mark, this is a hot one. You know what's going on in Lexington Avenue? A little swordsmanship, Mark. We had the story just came out today. Three people transported to local hospitals, none life-threatening injuries. They were all cut with a sword on Tuesday.
Okay.
Uh, the officers responded, Lexington Ave. People were stabbed. Three people got into a fight, resulting in two people being cut by a sword. A 35-year-old man from Rochester has been charged in relation, but no other information has been released at this time. Mark, we're getting swords out now.
We'll get this every once in a while. Warm weather hits, you know, and then the
The weaponry
swords come out.
changes.
Yeah, yeah, we get a few swords out. A guy in his 30s with a sword. I imagine that weak arm strength, anemic, doesn't see a lot of sunlight, not a lot of friends, not a lot of human contact. We're talking about a scared animal here, a cornered, sick, scared animal that was holding this sword, is from what I can gather.
A lot of anime in that person's life, you'd have to imagine.
Yeah.
But to think, like, just the shock of like you're fighting, you're like getting into an argument with somebody and they pull out a sword, and you're like, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do with that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
It's
stabbing me.
your stab. Yeah, this is.
Oh, okay. Touche.
I might literally touche. Isn't
Yeah.
that a sort of thing?
Should weapons be seasonal here in Rochester? Like clearly we're good at the gun violence.
Yeah.
Maybe we say like, all right, swords only for the summer. It's a sword summer. It's a
Yeah.
dagger fall, ninja
I
star winter.
we did have an axe murderer here in the 80s,
We
back
had
in the day.
machetes were hot for a hot minute.
Oh
There was a
yeah.
good string of machetes.
It is bizarre where, if you go to Wegmans and you try to buy certain cough medicines, they don't want you to go like full Walter White Breaking Bad. So they check your ID and they limit you to like two boxes or whatever. But if you go to a Home Depot and you get like a garden bag and some Clorox bleach and seven machetes, they're just like, well, we know what you're doing, but we can't do nothing about it. Why did you go through the self-checkout? No problem.
Yeah, that's a job AI should be doing at the self checkout, like calculating what
The
you're
likelihood
doing.
you're gonna kill somebody.
Like Shane Allen, welcome to Wegmans. I see you're sad again.
Yeah.
Is this another calzone? Sad calzone?
Dude, the
You've ate 15 calzones in 1 week. Are you okay?
I know, Wegmans. We've made fun of Wegmans for being expensive and stuff. Where
Yeah.
like you'll get a poke bowl and it's like literally $17 for
It's cheaper to eat a Pokemon.
for
That's my Theo
half a
Von
thing of
impression.
rice, some scallions, and raw fish in there, and they'll charge you $17. But you know how like Costco, everybody rants and raves about how they're extremely fat and they love eating hot dogs at Costco. Isn't that the thing?
Yeah.
Cheap hot dogs.
Cheap hot dogs, yeah.
I don't know how people say that without blowing their brains out. Where they're happy. They're happy that they're eating the hot dogs at Costco. You know?
I don't think that feels like more of a national thing because I think um we're so Zweigels
Hmm.
centric here that if you say that, oh, I love a Costco hot dog, I think you get stabbed with a sword.
Yeah, you'll get yeah. But I think that the what Wegmans needs to embrace is their Costco hot dog are those calzones. Those calzones compared to and maybe I'm wrong here, but last time I had them, it was like $8 and you get two of them? What is
I'm
Wegmans
still
giving these out for free?
That's the only reason I get them. It's the only financially sound decision I make in my week.
It's getting the two calzones.
Getting the two, and do I save one for later? I do not. I do not. I eat two calzones in one sitting, and it sits heavy. It sits heavy because I'm eating them at about 1 o'clock in the morning after a comedy show, and it's a lot. It is a lot of food. It's a lot of dipping sauces. A lot of red sauce hitting my gird that I have, and then I lay down right away, and it's not good for my body, but they're good. They're good. But yeah, that's
There
their
is
hot dog.
no, there is no, there's two things that I do that are extremely fat. I mean, I do a lot of things that are fat, but extremely fat. The first one is if I'm going and picking up fast food for the family, getting a road snack before dinner. Like I can't, in my head, I can't possibly drive the 8 minutes home without eating a secret meal
Yeah,
and then eating a full meal after the secret meal.
yeah,
And then the second fattest thing is exactly what you said, where it's like, I'm like, ooh, let's say I'm going to Subway. I'm like, I'm gonna get the foot long and I'm gonna cut, it's cut in half. Well, look what I got. I got dinner and breakfast. No, what I have is big dinner.
yeah.
And also, did you notice that I said when I go to Subway and get a sub, I have dinner and breakfast?
Missed that
Daddy needs
part.
a tuna sub for breakfast.
I knew you were eating that whole sub, so I wasn't concerned about the rest of that sentence. Because yeah, what are you gonna have a soggy Subway sandwich?
No, you gotta eat the whole thing. You just
You
have to eat,
gotta
you gotta eat the whole thing.
listen. The saddest person you ever met just made that for you. You gotta throw it down the old hatch, the whole thing. Can I just say, going back to the hot dog obsessed Swaggles that we have here in Rochester? I saw Zwaggle. I'm a big follower of their page. Zwaggles posted something like "Loved being at the Lilac Festival," and it was just a hot dog on top of a literal like a lilac. And I went to the comment section, and I just saw one guy living that lives like I was like he's like 30 miles away from Rochester. And he's like, "Oh, I really could use some. Really, oh, I could use those Zwaggles right now." And then I looked at the replies, and there was a guy from Rochester going. He's like, "I'm going out that way. You guys need some." And it was them coordinating him dropping Zweigels off to this
That's a
other
beautiful
man.
thing. Wow.
I I hope that man like just he has to get murdered. I'm sorry. You can't be that nice. That is you should be murdered. Because that's a scam. That's how people that's the new Nigerian princess. Oh, the new Zweigels prince. Really could use a hot dog over here. Yeah, here's my address. Come on over.
I'm getting, dude, I'm not even just getting scam calls anymore. Do you also get scam texts? I get
Oh
s-
yeah.
I get scam texts where every single one of them is like, hey Mark, just want to let you know that we talked to Allie and you're approved for that $80,000 loan, which you'd think I would know if I was trying to get an $80,000 loan. Also, I don't know who's making that decision through text. Oh, that $80,000 loan I applied for. All I have to do is click here, here, and here. Let me just wrap this up while I'm driving. Let me just wrap up this huge banking decision while I'm driving real quick. Who's getting caught doing this?
The one I get the most frequently is a fake Easy Pass
Oh,
invoice,
I get that a lot. Yeah.
but it's for amounts that is like, who would ever have rung this amount up on Easy Pass? It's like, yeah, for 60 grand. What?
Did I drive to the moon? Like,
Well,
literally, where did I drive to?
was I driving military fleet through? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'll click on your link. Thank
Of
you.
course,
I need to
60
sort this
grand.
out. Let me talk to your boss.
Need to figure this out real quick.
I shit my pants because I thought I had like my phone went off. I have like notifications up to the wazoo of like whenever there's a transaction of over $100 on my account. I need to know what's going on. And $4,500 came out of my checking account. And I was like, squeeze me? What is going on here? I was holding the baby at the time. I literally just threw the baby into the crib, and I was
Yeah,
like, You need to figure yourself out because I got to get this money back,
because
honey."
you owe me $4,500,
Yeah.
baby.
I'm like calling the bank frantically, and I'm like, of course I'm on hold, and I finally get through, and I'm like, "Hey, I think I just had some fraudulent activity. Just want to get through the process here. It'll shut down my card, figure out where this is going on. Where am I getting? Where is this coming from? Where did my information get out?" And they're like, "No, this person had access to your account, and you granted it to them." I'm like, no, I wouldn't just grant people access to my account. That's insane. This must have been like from a Panera Bread or some shit.
Mhm,
And they're like, no, is there maybe somebody else? Like they can't tell you who it is, which is the dumbest thing. I don't know
mhm.
why they're protecting the person that's stealing from me. And they're like, oh, is there maybe somebody that maybe could have access to your account? Maybe can you think of somebody? And I'm like, no, who? Like my wife? And they're like, no, but
But
you're in the ballpark. And I'm
like, who was in your account?
like my dad, and they're like, what's his name? And I'm like, Richard Allen, and they're like, ding, ding, ding. My dad just took money out of my account. I I set up this bank account when I was 12 years old, and apparently this man has still had access to my account.
I love that you have a junior account still. You have a-
Still, he's still on. I'm sure if I ordered checks, his name would be on it. And this freaking man just took money out of my account
on
like this.
purpose? Like he knew it was your
He
money?
thought it was his. He thought it was his.
What's your dad buying?
First of
How many
all,
prostitutes?
he didn't call me. He didn't call me to tell me he did this. I had to call him and be like, "Hey, Dad, did you notice you accidentally took money out of the wrong account?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, that was my bad. Sorry."
Did he put it
He
back?
put it back. But it's like I would have called you. I think I would have let you. He's like, oh, so you saw that? Yeah, I saw that. So now I have to go back. I don't really check my accounts that often because it's upsetting.
Dude, I'm like impressed that you have $4,500 in your checking account.
I shouldn't.
Like I'll have that much amount of money for half a day, and then it starts getting chipped away at for the rest of the month.
That's my whole year is gone. Yeah, good old dad.
All right, let's go. We're gonna go to the Patreon side of the podcast, patreon.com/interlude podcast. You get longer podcasts and you get earlier podcasts. You can sign up or subscribe to it. Just $4 a month. You can go do that. And again, where's the comedy show? The that we're promoting?
Old Farm Cafe, Mark. Get those tickets. You can go to the interludeblog.com for those.
All right, we're gonna go to the to the Patreon side. So subscribe for that. We got more Rochester news stories. All right, bye, poor people. All right, Shane, send me the good stuff.
Okay.